I did not have a uh, what's it called? An idea for this video, like at all. And so I'm going to go to a recent Instagram comment that I left, and it was a Marvel versus DC thing. Oh shit, it's gone from my clipboard, and now I gotta go find it. Crap. Huh. The first trailer for the film version of Waitress has been released. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Somebody commented on my shit saying they disagreed with one. That's fine, but not a video. It was an Instagram post describing like it was just pictures back and forth of like who would win in a fight, Captain America or Batman, Superman or Iron Man. Superman would obviously win that one. But Aquaman versus Thor, Spider-Man versus Cyborg, Wonder Woman versus Carol Danvers, and that was the only ones in the post. But I was thinking, like, I left a comment, and it was a really long comment, and I was like, that could be a YouTube video. And I haven't made a YouTube video in a fat minute, so we're going to be talking about that. I've also decided to never show my face again because too many people keep calling me KSI. I don't really see the similarities, but whatever. The first matchup was Captain America versus Batman. And in my comment, I said that Cap would win, but it would be fucking difficult. Captain America versus Batman is pretty even setup, if you ask me. Like, if we're going with their MCU counterparts and the Snyderverse counterparts, I think that it's a pretty even matchup, actually, because in the Snyderverse, Batman does kill, and obviously, Captain America being a soldier, he kills probably the most amount of people on screen in the MCU that wasn't by accident. And so in Captain America versus Batman, Batman would have a good upper hand due to the fact that he's smarter, he has more money and gadgets than Captain America ever did. And if it's just one on one, so they're not gonna have like their Robin or Falcon helping them at all. So Captain America versus Batman. Now, I think that Captain America would hold his own pretty goddamn well, in all things considered. And he would win. Batman would also hold his own, but I think he would lose. Because Batman is not a super soldier. He's just a regular dude who has trained really fucking hard. And at this point in the Snyderverse, he already lost Jason Todd. And with everything that's going on in the Snyderverse that happened, oh shit, I'm watching the gameplay that I have over the video, and I didn't realize the Nemesis was in this mode. They're in there back then. Okay, whatever, not important. Batman would lose, not because he's bad, but because he is just a normal fucking dude who is stronger than normal with gadgets. Now, I don't think it'll be an easy fight. Captain America will not wipe him, but it'll be like fucking hairline fracture that Captain America would win. I know Batman stands would say, but what about prep time? Fuck prep time. They're just fighting, dude. And I'm giving Batman all of his gadgets, like the fucking Batman, all of his gadgets, but the Batmobile and other things he has just normally on hand, like the Batarang and shit. Captain America just has a shield, but the thing with Captain America, he has hyper-induced like reflexes, and that man almost never actually gets shot except by Bucky. I mean, especially when he's actually paying attention. And so, Batman v Captain America. Captain America would win, but it would be a very close fight. The next matchup, this one was very easy. It was Superman versus Iron Man. And I understand why they put them two together, because in their respective universes, they represent the opposite of each other. So, Captain America represents freedom, while Batman wants more control, and is the opposite with Superman versus Iron Man. Superman wants more freedom, while Iron Man wants more control. But Superman versus Iron Man, Superman would fucking wipe Iron Man. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. This man has no prep time, and assuming they're fighting in the MCU, there is no such thing as kryptonite for him to get his hands on last minute. So, Iron Man would get fucking wiped by Superman, as would most people. I mean, there's very few amount of people who can punch Superman and, like, phase him at all. Like, he is just that dude for real. The next one was Aquaman versus Thor. Now, the Thor they have in this picture is it's weird. He has Stormbreaker, but he's in his Avengers costume. So I'm assuming they mean like Ragnarok, because that's kind of like the middle ground. So Ragnarok, Thor is kind of just before he fought, you know, what's his fucking name? Purple face dude. What's his name? Thanos. Just before he fought Thanos and lost. That's kind of where I'm going. Not during his depressed era, because Aquaman would fucking wipe him. But also, the thing is, it depends on where the battle is. Now, Aquaman versus Thor, some people said, the person who commented under my post said Thor would absolutely demolish Aquaman. And I'm kind of 50-50 on it. Like, the god of water versus the god of thunder, you know, it's kind of a mix between the two. And the powers of Aquaman do seem very fucking lame. But Aquaman's pretty cool, in my opinion. I like him. So I said that I feel like this would be a close draw, because, like, it depends on if they're fighting near water, of course, and I don't think Aquaman would fight this man on normal land. Like, if anything, Aquaman will just, like, fucking, I don't know, force him to go near the water. But the reason why I think the reason why I think Thor would lose overall is because, not Thor. Yeah, Thor. Maybe. I don't know. I'm very 50-50 on this one. Either one could win and I wouldn't be mad. But I do see why people think Aquaman is lame, because, I mean, his power set is not the best to explain on paper. But the man can fly, I think. Right? He can fly. I think so. But I would say that's pretty fair draw. 50-50. Then the next matchup was Spider-Man v. Cyborg. I said that this is purely 50-50. And I think Cyborg would win only because that man can be bloodthirsty at times. Now, in the Snyderverse, we only have one version of him in one movie. It's kind of like sulking, kind of depressed, moody Victor Stone. But Cyborg has the least amount of characterization in this, so I'm kind of pulling from Doom Patrol and other stuff. And I believe Cyborg will fucking kill some people. You know what I mean? Like, Spider-Man holds back his punches. Cyborg will probably just, like, fucking kill you. And also, Cyborg has a gun for an arm. Spider-Man shoots webs. And now it also depends on which suit Spider-Man has. If we're going at his peak, Spider-Man would fucking win. Let's be honest, that Iron Spider suit is too OP. That's why they took it away from him. And Cyborg is this fucking robot. So it's kind of hard to actually kill him without destroying his brain, which is protected by the rest of his body. Spider-Man versus Cyborg is pretty fucking even with Iron Spider. I don't think he would wipe out Iron Spider. I take that back. Iron Spider is kind of just like giving your kid a Porsche as their first car. It's a little too much. And so I think this one will be a definitive draw, not leaning in any towards of way. Not like, the previous one where it would be with Aquaman and fucking Thor. My God. Like with Aquaman and Thor, I would lean more towards Thor. Also because he's a bloodthirsty guy who's been alive for thousands of years and has fighting experience from basically every point of his. You know what? I think it would be Thor. Thor would win versus Aquaman. I mean, he wouldn't wipe if they were near water. Yeah, it would be Thor. Never mind. I do retract my previous statement now that I'm thinking about it even more. That's the thing, Sometimes you think about it and then you go, wow, that was stupid what I thought. So Thor would probably win. It's not looking good for DC right now. They only won one. And there's a draw and 2 wins for Marvel. And a 4th win for Marvel because Wonder Woman versus Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers in the MCU. Carol Danvers would fucking wipe that hoe. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, Carol Danvers is OP. And this is also the last show of the show. In the Snyderverse, Wonder Woman is kind of fucking broken, as in nerfed to hell in everything she could be. She can't fly, apparently. Yeah, no, not apparently. She just can't fly. Even though every comic book appearance of her shows her able to be flying, modern comic book appearance of her shows her to be flying alongside Superman and being on par with Superman in terms of being powerful. But in the Snyderverse, it's kind of like the hoe is there. I mean, the only reason why she does anything of like anything of like damage to Doomsday and Batman v Superman is because she's immune to kryptonite. Obviously, it's just another rock to her. That's why they needed her to go in, because she is not as powerful as Superman, but powerful enough to punch Doomsday and do something. But but Wonder Woman versus Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel would just throw her ass in space and win. Like, if we were talking about like comic book versus MCU version of Carol Danvers, it would be a much fairer fight. But this broad held of Infinity Stone and was like, I'm good. Like, she went 101 and squared up with Thanos and fucked him up, dude. That's what I wanted to talk about. That's what this is. This is just a simple, cool video for me to get my chops back into, YouTube and editing, and with the background footage being Apex Legends, because I play that a lot. I just died. Jesus Christ. Anyway, this is going to be very unedited. You're going to hear a lot of ums and hisses and laughs and me cursing and stuff, but this is just me coming back to the form and being getting used to using DaVinci Resolve again, and voiceovers and videos. But I wanted to start with this because this is what I want and what I want to try to do. And if I could just poop this out really fast, get it uploaded, and one person watches it other than myself, then I will probably continue to watch it, There's projects that I've abandoned in the past that I want to pick back up on, like my Grease Live review. I fucking love Grease Live, but my Grease Live review, especially with the new Rise of the Pink Ladies coming out, all that. So, that is my opinions on Marvel versus DC of this singular post that I saw online. By the way, the @ is Team C Evans and cevans.online. It's a joint post, that thing that they do now. Also, subscribe, you fucking idiots. Thank you. Bye-bye.